Sunday Showcase, made possible by a public service grant from the National Endowment for the Arts and Bristol Myers Company in association with its divisions.
Yeah. All rise, open your eyes, no need to explain. I got a homie from the east and I'ma tell you his name. Never hang around lames, that's a part of his game. And if you show deep respect, he'll show you the same. Jeff Undercard boxing, shook the world when he came. A lot of cats is playing, but his hands are insane. You can get steamrolled if you stand in the way. He a yardie from Flatbush, you cowards his cat puss. We used to feud like Bishop and Q, but he'll fuck you up quick if I give him the cue. From the city of Midwood, the south central part of New York, next to Bensonhurst and Borough Park. If it's a problem, don't even say shit. Just face this when you come across the Bay Bridge. No tolerance for BS or fake kids. Your blood clot crying. Just stop trying. Is Jeff Undercard prepared for the assignment? He bringing a appliance so cowards can't fight it. He might yoke you up if he feels slighted. He's spreading out toxins. It's Undercard boxing. Yeah. Mad love and respect to my brother, man.
What's going on, boxing family? This is how I'm feeling right now. Excited, elated, just grateful for the sport of boxing, everything that's going on. You know, so many upcoming fight cards, so many things to talk about, fights being made. I'm grateful for the sport of boxing. God's self, good morning, good morning. Peace and blessings to you, brother. I'm gonna release the link so we could just chop it up about upcoming boxing in a moment. But today we have 3 fight cards on 3 different networks that I want to go over, and I'm gonna run through them real quick. We're gonna start with Tim Tszyu versus Ocampo. The card is on Sunday, but we will see it on Saturday because of the time difference in Australia. Tim Tszyu, potential opponent for Jamal Charlo, who probably will be on a broadcast and talk about the state of this fight and exactly what's going to be taking place coming up. He's fighting Carlos Ocampo for his WBO interim title. Carlos Ocampo, who was knocked out by Errol Spence Jr., was on a good fight streak before he ran into the likes of Fundora, a fight that he eventually lost but was very competitive in. And I think he gave the blueprint on how to beat Fundora by applying that consistent pressure. I just don't think he can crack, and that's why he ultimately lost that fight. We also have a very important fight as the co-main event, Raees Aleem versus Sam Goodman. This is for the IBF featherweight eliminator for the 122-pound division. Raees Aleem has been calling the likes of Cool Boy Steph, stating that he's ducking him and he wants to fight. So now, given that Raees Aleem is fighting a title eliminator, the person who has the IBS belt is Marlon Tella, a split decision. So let's that. If they order that fight, or after the eliminator, they allow Marlon to go for versus Cool Boy versus Inoue. So I'm excited. Just do boxing. Salute. So for Frost Australian super lightweight title. You also have Hassel Heppy versus Troy Prinzler. This is an 8-round heavyweight fight. You also have Vigas Larfield versus Jarrell Castillo. This is super bantamweight. Liam Talville versus Isaac Linke. This is a 4-round heavyweight fight. And Rocky Organ versus, one moment. See everybody shouting each other out. Rocky Godden versus Mark Shelba. This is a catchweight fight, 6 rounds. So this Showtime card will be shown at 11:30 p.m. this Saturday. So because of the time difference between Australia and the US, we will get to see this fight card in the evening time, but it will be taking place in the morning in Australia. So I'm excited because Tim Tszyu, an opponent for Admiral Charlo, on the card is the Piff Dog Boxing. Keep grinding. Salute to you, BVO. Thank you so much, brother. I'm trying. Every Saturday, I'm thinking this is going to be my time slot to jump up here for an hour and just give you guys the fight cards for Saturday. We know that there's a lot more going on during the course of the week, so just check my channel because I usually post cards and where you can locate these fights, and sometimes they're on different networks like Fight TV, BXNG. A lot of people are now showing fights. There's a lot of new players in boxing. You had Don King Promotions putting on cards. You have Lou DiBello partner up with ESPN and putting on cards. So I'm excited for the state of boxing, excited for what's going on. We also have Regis Prograde in his homecoming New Orleans fight versus now down around for Regis Prograde WBC lightweight title. You have which is Harlan Cameron. This is a WBA welterweight title eliminator. L Dubs boxing, salute. Dapper Douglas, salute, my brother. What's going on, fellas? If you guys don't recall, Harlan Cardone, the 34-year-old, I would say, prospect or contender. He is fighting a WBA welterweight eliminator on this DAZN's card. Boots for a fight, so I'm excited about that. You have Ramal Ali versus Julissa Alexandra Guzman. This is for Ali's Intercontinental Featherweight title. I would love to see Rahis Salim versus the likes of Mia Ellis as a potential opponent. Regis is fighting another Uber driver, Tio, in his paperwork, but according to the WBO, he stated that he is going to retire. Let's look up his record before we call him a cab driver, because I think he only has one loss. So he's 17-1. He suffered one defeat. This is his 18th bout. He's Puerto Rican. His one defeat came against Arnold Barbosa Jr., a potential opponent. Your auto is breaking up. Oh, my bad. Let's see. Let's get this thing right. Check how I'm sounding, God self. Better? It could just be me stuttering, man. I'm not fluent. I talk as BVO boxing. But nah, is this better? Hold on. Yeah, so the guy that Regis is fighting has only lost to Arnold Barbosa, which is a quality. Arnold Barbosa is 26-0. You know, that's no slouch. And that was for the Intercontinental super light vacant title. And that was from last year, 7/15/2022. So he is getting a title shot, but we all know that he's taking this fight on short notice. The official opponent was supposed to be Paro, and Paro got injured. And then they tried to offer the fight to Jose Ramirez. He turned it down. So for DAZN to get someone to make sure that this fight card stayed on, I think this is a quality opponent. He only has one loss. He has 13 knockouts, which means he carries power. He's only had 17 fights. And you have two guys with only one defeat going against each other. I think that L-Dub with some more information can fight. He's just not on Regis level. Coda's his promoter stamped him as the next great Puerto Rican. All right, so look out for them body shots. And guys, like and subscribe to L-Dub. He has a magazine as well that he definitely drops information on the regular. He updates you on fights, on the rankings. Most of the fight cards that you guys are looking at, they come out of the ranking system. So the best way to know. And Arnold Barbosa turned it down too. See? So we could have gotten undefeated Arnold Barbosa versus Regis Prograde, but you know, I feel like once they're on top rank side of the street, they kind of stay there and they don't really want to move around. They like how Top Rank treats them. They like the money they're getting, so therefore they mostly stay on one side of the street and wait for that fight to get together. There was a possibility that if Regis does vacate the WBO belt, number 1 and number 2 in the WBO ranking is Jose Ramirez and Arnold Barboza. A fight that probably will be ordered because Top Rank definitely and the WBO. I hate T.O. vacated, man. He might put Regis to sleep. I mean, listen, if you were listening to what Regis was actually saying, he's retiring because he's trying to renegotiate his contract in public. What he's doing is telling Top Rank and any promoter willing to listen that I'm willing to come back into boxing. I'm willing to be a star for you guys as long as you pay me like a star. If you notice, he's asking for Canelo Alvarez money. He's talking about $100 million for like a 3-fight deal. However you break that up and shake it. What he's trying to do is renegotiate with Top Rank and using retirement, leaving the sport of boxing, walking away from fighting as a way to say, okay, if you really want me here, I want you to show, improve, and pay me. Marquis, salute. T.O. has issues. Listen, T.O. made a fool out of me because I really thought he was going to get beat to death by Josh Taylor. And it's your connection, fam, going in and out. Damn. All right, hold on. Let me check this. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Hold on. All right, my bad, God self. Terrible audio is the worst. T.O. made a fool of me because the way he was talking before the fight, the things he was saying led me to the understanding that he definitely was not going to be prepared for the type of fight style that Josh Taylor was going to bring towards him. But then as you saw the fight take place, and I realized that Josh Taylor couldn't crack an egg against T.O. At least he beat the life out of him. He beat him, you know what I mean? Like, he took his time. I think he wanted to knock him out, but he wanted to knock him out in devastating fashion. My fault, God's self. Nobody wants to fight in New Orleans. I don't know. I think that's a huge fight if Adrian Broner and T.O. and Regis Prograis make that fight. Let's see, man. It's the everyone has to get a hometown fight. That's what Boots is doing right now with getting his show in Atlantic City. You put it right there in the center where people from Philly, people from New York, the tri-state area can come and support. So let's see. Beat to death sounds like your God. Now, yeah, that's something that BVO says, which I thought was going to happen. That's why I bet Josh Taylor and end up losing money. He gets scrapped, but the Lopez keep getting in their own way. He signed that contract. Yeah, but Marquis, are you not allowed to renegotiate if you've been putting in more than your expectation? Remember, T.O. was not expected to beat Lomachenko. They probably set this fight up for him to also lose against Josh Taylor. He did slip and lost to George Kambosos, and we know that prior to that, he was trying to make some more money by taking the fight over to Triller by sending it to purse bid. So I don't know. Is Top Rank that spiteful to allow him to, lose the fight and give him two tune-up fights, then give him a championship fight? Maybe he just wants to renegotiate. He definitely surprised me too. I thought he was going to beat the shit out of him. Yeah, correct. I mean, and I think he definitely understands how to play mind games and how to be a showman when it comes time for it. Like, sometimes you don't want T.O. to talk as much about the fights happening, but you want to perform like how he did in the ring. So, listen, T.O. gained a fan yesterday, and I'm curious to see what happens when he steps back into the ring. Again, give me 1 second. Let's see. T.O. is one of the most talented fighting boxers when focused. Absolutely. Boots was scared to death of Bud. He's a coward. That's your opinion. T.O. is T.O. Time for undisputed. 2-time linear champion at 25. Absolutely. I mean, listen, we want the best. Top Rank doesn't pay its fighter based on that. Regular TV is different pay model. So maybe T.O. wants to be a pay-per-view star, man. Maybe he wants to be one of those guys that, listen, you get what you can negotiate. All right. And if Matchroom is willing to get him out that contract, that's an accurate assessment on a focused T.O. at BBO. Absolutely. And we see what happens when he's focused. And I think he wasn't focused versus George Kambosos, and that's why he lost his belt. But, we we can't go back in time and rewrite history. So those are the three main cards for Regis Prograde on DAZN. This is at 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. We also have an boxing app called BXNG. If you're looking to download it, or you can go to bxngtv.com. This is where you can watch this fight card. It's from the great city of New Jersey, Bally Atlantic City Hotel and Casino in New Jersey. This is at 8 p.m. We have Dimas Nizo versus Larry Fryer. You have Pierre Herbert Depot versus Derek Finley. You have Joey DeVeco versus Dennis Vance Jr. If you know about anything about Joey DeVeco, he's the guy who gave Anthony Joshua hell in sparring, and that's the reason why some say he lost the fight to Anthony Joshua. Tio is a two-time undisputed champ at 25. That's crazy. No, BVO, that's actually a false statement. He is a two-time Ring Magazine winner in two different divisions. You can say that, but he's not two-time undisputed. I know you and Max Kellerman get your talking points from the same place, but it's like saying Jack Cottrell is undisputed. Y'all see these new media guys, Cloud? Yeah, correct. He's listening to Max on boxing, and he just wants to be relevant. We like, this is what I love about having a YouTube channel. Devin Haney is not half the fight Tio is. I don't know how you measuring. What are you measuring it on? Because they both beat the same quality of guy. They both beat Lomachenko. Are you saying Tio's route to undisputed was a lot easier than that Haney's was? Let's see who he beat. Beat Richard Coleman. Let's go over this together, fellas. Teofimo Lopez. All right, let's see. His road to undisputed. By the way, did you guys see the message that Errol Spence, Derek James said that? Yeah, he was being funny. You don't know what sarcasm is? He said it because Bud Crawford was saying that he wants to be two-time undisputed. I mean, the first man to be two-time undisputed. And he made a joke by saying Tio had already accomplished that last week. If you pay attention, he was being funny because you're trying to do something for the first time, and some other guy saying he already did that. So is it going to be the first or is it not? Haney beat Hermosa twice. Tio lost to Kambosos. Correct. So let's see. There was no belt on the line. Yeah. So let's see. Tio's road to undisputed. He beat Richard Comey, right? Who already had two losses prior to getting knocked out. Then he beat Vasyl Lomachenko, who had actually did the hard work and collected the IBF World Light, the WBA Super Light, and the WBO World Light titles. It's funny, I don't see the WBC there, but I guess that belt was on the line. So who had the easier route to undisputed? Derek Rowe also said Brook was a growth opponent for, yeah, correct. What he's doing is poking fun at Terrence Bud Crawford and his resume and speaking about things that get pushed in the media without any, because you see, when it's Max on boxing, there's no one to correct him. When he was calling Devin Haney an email champion, there's no one there but Devin Haney to speak up on his behalf and say, nah, this is what happened. You know, Jamal Charlo got his belt in the same that Devin Haney did. Are you calling Jamal Charlo an email champion? Tio beat Loma to death. Devin almost got stopped in the 11th round. Which fight were you watching, bro? After 6 rounds, Loma was all right. Yeah, I got you, BVO. We're all entitled to our opinions because I thought it was the same exact fight style where Tio won the first half of the fight, Loma won the second half of the fight, and when it came to the 12th round, Tio did a little bit more to win that victory. You know what? Let me check something because this fight card went to the decisions. You want to hear the fight totals? I mean the scorecards: 116, 112. 119, 109. That's crazy. And 117, 111. That's the scorecards for Tio versus Loma. I said Tio versus Loma. Yeah, Tio versus Lomachenko. Devin got the belt email. Tio had an argument for the best resume at 135/140. Marquis, what about Josh Taylor, who went undisputed at 140? Hold on. Gotcha. If you're not too busy, I went over the fight cards. Nah, that ain't no opinion. This ninja's a bold-faced lie. Yeah, BBO being his own world, talking his own. I think his boxing knowledge come from just himself, and that's it. So it's not like if he creates the fact inside of his head, then it becomes law. Tio has a better resume than everyone at 135 and 140. So by beating Josh Taylor, he automatically just becomes the best 140 fighter in the entire division. When you have Regis Prograde, who's a 2-time champion in that division and hasn't left, and he hasn't beat him. The link is right there, fellas. Hit the link. No muting. I promise I ain't gonna mute nobody. We're gonna speak civil. We're gonna speak boxing, and then we just gonna get on to something else. But I'm excited for the state of boxing right now. Hit the link. Josh arguably lost to Regis and Jack Rochelle. True, but that's once again our opinion. The scorecards say differently. I mean, I thought Loma lost to Jermaine Ortiz before he fought Devin Haney, but I can scream it till I'm blue in the lungs, and they're just gonna say that's just your opinion. We have to have some concrete facts and moving forward. BVO undressed Tio, but Buddy won't talk about that. Now he gonna jump up and talk about this though. BVO boxing, salute my guy. How you doing this morning?
I see you got me little on the screen, man, but salute to you, man.
Oh, my fault. You want to be equal? Come on. It's okay. It's all right.
Hey,
yes, sir. There you go, BVO, with the great Muhammad Ali.
Hey, you don't know much about boxing, man. That boy Tio got the best resume at 135 to 140. Better resume than Tank, Sugar Shakur, Devin Haney. I mean, beat Nakatani, stopped Richard Coleman, beat the life out of Loma, beat Loma to death. I mean, Devin Haney's never had the heart to be half the fighter Tio was, bro. I don't know why y'all keep boosting this guy. If Devin Haney, man, if he fought Tio, he'd get beat to death. Probably get stopped.
I thought.
Let's not forget.
Yeah, I know. L-Dub thought Tio lost to Sandor Martin as well. Yeah, they didn't count that second knockdown.
No, he beat Sandor Martin.
Go ahead, I'm listening, bro.
You told me when he slipped. See, that's what y'all do.
He slipped twice? He slipped twice off the same punch? Wow.
Man, he is a 2-time undisputed champion, man. You can't take away people's accomplishments, man.
How is he? Okay, so so why does Regis have the WBC belt, BVO?
The Regis
how is he 2-time undisputed without all 4 belts?
Did Regis lose to
yes, in the past.
To Josh Taylor? Yes or no? Okay. So did Josh Taylor lose any of those belts in the ring? No.
No.
So and what did Tio go in there and do? What did Tio go in there and do? Dominate.
Understood.
Let me ask you a serious question. When have you ever seen a top tier fight that easy? Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No, so when have you ever seen a top tier fight look that easy?
When a guy's been out the ring for 16 months, that's when he's been out. I'm answering. You don't accept my answer. When he's been out the ring. Oh, sorry. You don't want the answer. You want the answer.
No, go ahead.
When he's been out the ring for 16 months, and after the 4th round, he even admitted that ring rust and his stamina was nowhere where it needed to be. But that's my answer to your question.
It's a fight, man. When you take a fight, I don't want to hear excuses. Tio went in there, coming off injury, man. He has issues with his hands, going through a divorce, went in there and
you believe that too?
Say it again.
Yo, how did he pass medical? How did he pass a medical if he had injured his hand so badly that he needed to be surgically repaired for him to even fight? How did he pass it?
It's boxing, man. I'm sorry, you probably gave somebody a couple of dollars, man, to get past. But if we, all jokes aside, man, we gotta really give.
He decided to step into the ring.
Well, let's say this. We gotta
give him credit. I just told you he gained a fan yesterday.
Well, let me ask you this:
links in the chat.
When has he ever fought a tuna? Never. You can't even compare Devin Haney to Tio.
Sandor Martin, Pedro Campo.
You talking about Sandro Martin, who beat the 4-time 4 division champion Mikey Garcia?
Pedro Campa. Is that not a tune-up? Right. Sandor
Okay,
Martin.
I give you Campbell. Sandor Martin beat the 4 division champion Mikey Garcia. Did you forget about that? Mikey Garcia, who's gonna walk right into the Hall of Fame. He beat the guy who's about to walk right into the Hall of Fame. I mean, we got to be honest here, man. We seen Devin Haney struggle against Loma. At the end of the day, don't get me wrong, Loma came on strong at the end, the same way he did with Devin Haney. But I mean, Devin Haney almost went to sleep the 11th round, man. If you were watching, I mean,
I saw that also. Exhausted. I witnessed that. I thought he buckled him.
Yeah, and it's the thing.
But maybe he shot his load in the 11th round and he didn't have enough to fight the 12th, and that seemed to be the deciding factor in the fight. So, we don't judge fights off of one round or how someone looked, because, you can have bad rounds, but it's a 12-round fight, especially if you allow it to go the distance. If you had stopped them, if you had knocked them down, if you had done significant damage to change the scorecards in that round, there's a possibility that that fight ends in a draw, or unfortunately, he took his foot off the gas, just like he did with Tio, and lost the fight on the scorecards.
I get what you're saying, man.
I'm excited for Tio, bro. I don't want Tio to leave boxing. I actually want Tio to I want Tio to renegotiate his contract. I want him to get his money. I want him to get his family situation, in some type of way where it's manageable or acceptable. Because when you're dealing with things outside the ring, sometimes it's hard to focus inside the ring. But we also had news. Did you see Jamal Charlo and Boo Andre, Demetrius Boo Andre, on a live chat saying that they want to make the fight coming up next? What's your thoughts on that?
The fight is cooked, man. It'll be a good fight. I mean,
you don't want to see that?
Oh no, not really. I really want to see. I want to see Boo Boo versus David Benavidez, or I want to see Boo Boo against David Morrell. I want to see him in there with a challenge because the Luke Keelers, all these bums that he fought. I mean, at the end of the day, man,
Jason Quigley.
Yeah, you remember Demetrius Andre? He was the number one guy coming out the amateurs, man, and he just been a total disappointment. I mean, it's just like it just reminds me a lot. Like
he's a two-time champion, BVO. How is he a disappointment?
Who did he fight, man?
Whoever signed the contract.
And you see what happened when Jennebeck moved up. When Jennebeck was ready for the fight, you see he ran away from Jennebeck. So I mean, we just got to call.
Jennebeck has not looked good in his past 2 fights, bro.
You talking about when he had that first round knockout?
I can't. How much would I look like disrespecting the guy who's a 2-division champion because you feel he hasn't fought nobody? I feel like that's what's wrong with the state of boxing. You're not giving these guys credit for stepping in the ring and taking the fight, but yet you're gonna, say they fought nobodies. You can't fight 32 nobodies, bro.
Yes, you can.
Maybe you could fight 41 if you're over at the zone. Maybe you could be like Jaime Munguia.
Who just beat Derevyanchenko?
Did you say Chavez Senior?
Triple G. Yeah, he beat about 85 cab drivers, and they still give him love. I mean, I don't know, man.
Who does
this boxing talk? When we talk this boxing talk, man, I'm serious about this. And I hate to always cook you on this, man, but you gotta give guys credit who want to fight the best. I mean, Tank hasn't fought the best. Sugar Shakur hasn't fought the best.
Just a 3-time division champion. I get it. And Shakur, 2-division multi-class.
You said Tank. How was Tank a 3-division champion? He only won one belt at 130. What are you talking about? Are you counting the French fries belts? The French fries belts?
Because BVO gets to choose who is his champion. BVO
the regular
boxing doesn't get to choose who is his champion. The sanctioning bodies do, and if the sanctioning bodies call you a champion, then that's what you are. So if the WBA says Tank is our champion,
they never said he was their champion. They said he was their regular champion. And when he went to 140, Josh Taylor was a champion. When he was at 135, I believe Loma or Tio was champion. He's never been a champion except for when he won a super belt at 130. When he beat what's that big monster, the big Puerto Rican dude he beat I can't remember his name. He was on that floor. Pedraza. That's the only time he's ever won a belt, man, at 130. When he fought Pedraza, man. I mean, you gotta just call it what it is. He's a 2-time 130 champion. I mean, I get that, but We got to quit. You can't count the French fries, bro. It's just that simple.
Mhm.
We only count super belts over here. I mean, I get it. I get
Got
it.
you.
You know,
I got you.
if Tio,
Only
Tio
super
had
belts.
waves,
Got you. BVO
if
world,
Tio
we
had,
only count the belts that we choose.
I'll put it like this: if Tio had waves in the beard, you'd be his biggest fan.
I'm listening.
I guarantee you that if Tio had waves in the beard,
No.
you'd be
I'm his biggest fan right now because he performed inside of the ring. I'm a fan of Tio right now because he performs inside
But
of the
I
ring.
heard you. I listened to you.
Anyone's willing to link
me.
You did?
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
I heard what you said.
I told you that he's not
said
two-time
Jack.
undisputed.
No, you told me
That's
Jeff
all I
Taylor's
said.
going to kill Tio. No, you told me Jeff
That's
Taylor
right.
was going to kill him. That was the
I'm
key.
not entitled to my opinion.
But what happened?
My opinion, he lost.
Was it even close?
Was it close? No, it wasn't. I mean, weren't you the same guy who had Ryan beating Tank?
We ain't talking about
BVO, come on.
like that. I was wrong.
Right. My fault. You're right. My loss was a week ago. L Dub, I'm gonna put you up. What's up, L Dub? L Dub, morning, even noon and night. Yeah, we are entitled to our opinions. If they don't come out the way we expected, then we move on and we go on to the next. But you had Ryan beating Tank.
Man. I'm tired of cooking undercard, man. Go ahead and cook this guy, man. This guy. I get tired of beating this guy up, man.
I'm up here to holler at you.
Oh man, you don't want the smoke, man. You don't bring free smoke.
I definitely want it.
So what's going on? What you want to have smoke on, man?
I just see how you saying like you biased towards this, certain fighters and shit. That's cool, but to say that Teofimo was undisputed in 2 weight class, that's a lie. The same way you're not giving Tank Davis his 3 division world champions for them regulars. That's
we count the French fries belt. I didn't know we count those.
I don't know who. So we count the regular there. You just said Tank. You just said Tank not 3 division world champion because the regular jump.
He's not. I don't count French fries belt. I count super champion. At the end of the day, I put like this. Technically, Tio is not 2-time undisputed, but I'm just saying he beat the man that beat everybody.
Oh yeah, he get credit. Nobody took that credit away.
And LDB, you know this better than I do. The Ring Magazine lineal title is held in such high regard because that means you are the best guy. Yeah,
it used to. It used to be like that because before they had that. No,
man. I'm gonna ask you a question.
Hold on. Let me give you this one, and then you can ask me for real. Before the Ring Magazine got with Oscar De La Hoya and that panel that they have, when they biased, how can you respect the section, organization like the Ring Magazine when they don't have Jermell Charlo in their top 10? You know what I'm saying? So go ahead, bro. Ask your question.
I'm gonna say this: Jermell Charlo to me is the pound for pound best fighter in boxing. Jermell Charlo for me is the best fighter in the world right now, to me. But I'll say this, LD. Let's remember, man, when me and you were kids, we were tearing the pictures out of the Ring Magazine, putting them on the wall, were we not?
Yeah.
Was I the only one doing that? Was the only one?
No, I was doing it too. But that's as a kid. That's as a kid, and not knowing who was running that shit. Now we know who's running it, and we know those guys is not 100% with their rankings. Like they dropped Jermell Charlo out of their rankings. You know what I'm saying? Because they say he inactive, but we all know, the real ones know, that September the 30th, he getting Tim Tszyu or Carlos Ocampo. So why would you drop him out? And he had a fight scheduled, and they said because they dropped him because they didn't have a fight schedule. He had a fight scheduled January 28th, and then he had a hand injury. Now all of a sudden they took him out the rankings. Yo, we supposed to respect that?
We gotta respect it. Not me. Because I respect fighting champions. I don't know about you. I respect fighting champions.
But he hurt his hand. He just fought. Look, you just said Jermell Charlo was your number 1 pound, or your pound for pound, and he cleaned out the division damn near. And he just fought Castano. And the reason why it took him so long to fight Castano, because Castano was there that bullshitting the gain weight all the way up to 195. That's on him. So Jermell Charlo was ready to fight. He just hurt. He got a hand injury. That shit happens in boxing. You shouldn't get punished for having an injury if you're willing to fight. And he proved that in the past by cleaning out the division.
I think the best case scenario for a guy like a Jermell Charlo is to move up to 160. There's nobody there for him. I get what you're saying. It makes sense. Is it fair? But my grandmother told me something, LD, that people don't know about. She used to say all the time, only place that's fair is where they raise pigs. So life isn't fair. It is what it is. But if we're talking about in the ring, we got to talk about guys who actually fight the best. I'm not taking out from Tank. Yes, Tank has 3 division French fries belts, but I don't count regular championships. I never had, and you shouldn't either, because that strips fighters are making money, because what that really is nothing more than trying to circumvent the Muhammad Ali Act, where they're the promoter and they trying to put on a fight. So they're trying to steal from the fighters. You just heard Errol Spence get on there and tell them, why are these sanctions bodies stealing money from us? But see, we don't talk about that. But we want to talk about how Tio, who just went in there against the best guy, dominated him. But we don't want to count him as a 2-time undisputed champion. Why not? He's the best. Who's that? If he got in there with Tio, let's be honest. I mean, if he got in there with Regis, he'll stop Regis, man. Don't forget, Josh Taylor beat the dog out of Regis at the end of that fight. You remember that? He beat the life out of that dog at the end of the fight.
He didn't beat the life out of him, but he won. He won the fight.
You going up?
I thought he won the fight. You know what I'm saying? But see, this is the thing too, with that Josh Taylor thing being number 1. I had Jack Catterall beating Josh Taylor. So Teofimo beating him, that was a good win. I'm not taking it away from him. But it's a lot of gray area there. Jack Catterall has a claim to saying I'm number 1. Because he beat up my man too. So I'm just saying, like, we can give I'm giving Teofimo credit for beating top guys. I'm not saying that, but I'm not gonna give him credit for being a invisible 2-division undisputed champion. Lineal, I give him that, but is Lineal really that serious? If we're gonna talk about him being lineal, let's talk about the other guys in other divisions too. We can't just stay with what's gonna fit your narrative. There's other guys that's lineal too that we don't even touch on. We don't even say nothing about them. So I'm just saying, like,
Terrence Crawford is a 2-time lineal champion. We talk about him, though.
Who was that?
Terrence Crawford. He's a 2-time lineal champion. We talk about him, though.
Yeah, he's cool. Yeah, no doubt about that. I'm just saying, like, we can't give these guys these accolades and they really ain't did it just because somebody said it and it's a great idea and we running with it. You know what I'm saying? We can't do that.
But you know what I'll say, man? I'll tell you this, man. And just like when I told my man Undercard that I believe, other than Jermell, and this is just my opinion, I feel like Monster Inoue is the second best fighter in boxing. So it's a funny thing, because Inoue fights his opinion. No one wants to give him credit for saying, hey, I want to fight the best guy at 122 who beat Figueroa, who after Figueroa dominated Max Marseille. So, I mean, we got to give credit where credit's due. When the Monster stops Cool Boy, I guarantee you're going to come up with another narrative of why he's not the best. At the end of the day, man, it don't matter who the fighters are. The best looks like the best. And let the chips fight what they make. Because if I was Tio, I would fight Jack Catterall next. If that was the case. I mean, I would do some Floyd Mayweather stuff. I would make it clear who's the man. But these fighters don't do that. But when they get in there and fight the best, let's be honest, if Tank fought half as tough as competition as Tio, man, we'd be all over Tank, man. And we all over Tank without that competition. I mean, Tank got probably one of the weakest resumes at 135. But we never talk about that. But we don't want to give Tio credit for clearing the division, becoming a 2-time or 1-time undisputed champion in your terms. I respect that. But come on, man, this guy Tio, man, has really shown you that if you fight the best, you're going to get those opportunities. Right now, he's trying to get some more money. The whole thing why he's mad is because Devin Haney got $4 million. Devin Haney, you think Devin Haney deserves $4 million? It don't matter what you think. It's about what you negotiate. And that's Tio's problem, man. But
Devin Haney's fighting the best too. He beat the guy twice that beat Teofimo, and he went down to his country to do it.
What happened to Teofimo, man? You remember Teofimo had a life-threatening injury. Tio could have died in that fight, man. Don't
scare me with a sweet time when that guy. Hold on. Let me get this out, and then you can rebut this. You said he had a lung injury. He went a full 12 rounds. After the 12 rounds, he doing backflips in the ring. Now, I'm just saying, if I got a life or death situation after the fight, I'm trying to seek medical help. I'm not in the ring doing backflips randomly. So speak on that.
Speaking on that, as simple as this. That's the adrenaline running. And he was doing some stuff. That's what happens, man. It happens. That's the adrenaline running, man.
That man's good, bro. L-Dub. He don't miss, bro. He don't miss.
Yeah.
He'll tell you it's green in the sky, bro. He will tell you. Trust me. I'm talking to him.
I'll put
the sky's green.
I understand that you came to help your boy undercard because I'm always cooking. I get it.
Nah.
It ain't about that.
It ain't about that though.
I'm gonna tell you. I done had undercard mute my mic. I've been cooking him so hard on his channel. But I'll tell you this: when it comes to this, man, you say what you want.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Salvador Martin.
Can't take foolishness.
What's his name? Martin. I can't remember. I always miss his first name. Who beat Michael Garcia?
Yeah.
And then he walked into a fight and fought Josh Taylor. Sandor Martin. So he beat Sandor Martin. Then he walked into a fight with Josh Taylor and beat Josh. Come on, man. Everybody.
That's a good name on his resume, but I have doubts about him beating him. Same thing with Jack Calleral and Josh Taylor. I thought both of those guys I named, Martin and Calleral, won the fight. But I get it. It is a good name. Sandor Martin, he undressed Mikey Garcia. I get it. That is a good name on his resume. I'm not gonna say that's a good win because he didn't look good. He didn't figure out Sandor Martin and got dropped twice. The second one didn't get counted, and the second one was more clear than the first one. But when you speak on that, you gotta speak on everything. Go ahead, ask the question. I'm ready.
Did people not say that Chop Chop beat Floyd? Did not say that?
No, because I don't know what people. He buzzed Floyd with a right hook, but Floyd dropped him twice in that fight.
People said Chop Chop won that fight.
This Floyd beat him up.
Won that fight.
What people? People from DC. That's the only people that said that. People from DC. Ain't no real motherfuckers saying that.
I'm just trying to tell you, man, that's boxing, man. People say
nah. You got your wrong fight. Now people were saying that Floyd lost to Luis Castillo, Luis Castillo. Okay, if you would have said that, then you have a better argument. But Chop Chop, he beat up Chop Chop, dropped him, all types of shit. Chop Chop had a good couple of rounds, right hook. You know what I'm saying? Buzz Floyd, but that's it.
So that's exactly what happened with Martin. He had a couple of rounds against him.
No, he didn't. No, in a 10-round fight. Now we get into it. 10-round fight. He dropped him. Let's say he got those two knockdowns for sure. The fight was dead even. Teofimo wasn't as active as he was against Taylor because Sandor Martin was sitting back and was too patient. He was making him jump in. That's why the fight was so close. You know what I'm saying? In rounds, that fight was like 5-5 in rounds. That's how I scored it. And then that was with the knockdown. So you can't say Teofimo won more than 6-7. He ain't winning those 7 rounds against Sandor Martin because he won't doing half of nothing. So come on now. Now, this is some real shit right here now.
He was punishing him, man. If you was watching, he was punishing him.
He won't punish him. That he broke his nose by the head, but
punishing what? Sandor Martin got out the ring like
he headbutted Sandor Martin in the first round. He won't punish him, bro. Come on, now. Hey, there's some real shit over here now.
Well, you
gonna really get that shit off and just walk away like you know what I'm saying, you finish eating your food. We're gonna make you eat this food right here.
Well, let me ask you this, man. So who you got winning with Bud versus Errol Spence? Who you got winning?
Oh yes, sir. My shit haven't changed. I got Bud Crawford 7-5. There's gonna be an ebb and flow type of fight. Both guys is competitive. Gonna go either way. The tie gonna change around like the 6-7 round. That's when Errol Spence normally pick up his pace. You know what I'm saying? Bud gonna have to sit there. He gonna have to fight. If he ain't punching that night, it might be a problem for him. But I believe Bud would make the proper adjustments down the stretch to edge out a close, competitive, action-packed decision. You know what I'm saying? That's me. I got Bud close, real close, razor close.
I'll be honest with you, man. My heart wants to go with Errol, but I know Errol like to spit that mouthpiece out when he get hurt. I know Errol like to turn his back when he get hurt, and I know for a fact that I'm just telling you, man. I'm kind of worried about this fight. I'm kind of nervous that Bud might knock him out. I really am. Because if you notice, when Errol come off those hooks, he like to lunge forward. And we already know Terrence Crawford is an excellent, terrific counterpuncher. So that's the only thing I'm worried about, man. But I see what you're saying. That's a good point, man. I just know that's going to be one of the fights we've been waiting on. And I just really hope
since
Errol
both of y'all got Bud, are we putting some coins behind this bet? Nothing too crazy, you know. I'm not a rich man like BVO.
No, I got Errol. I'm gonna stick with Errol. I'm just
you got Errol? Okay,
Errol,
you go back and forth between. Okay, got you. L Dub, what's up, man? Talk to me.
No, I ain't putting no coins on this one. It's too close. It's too close.
Yeah, 7-5 is that's them close fights. So let me give you my perspective, and you've probably heard it a million times by other people. There is this idea that because Bud likes to download his information opposed to, you know, he doesn't jump in, he kind of wants to react off of what you do. It's gonna be difficult if he gets tagged with 6 punches, 5 to the body, 1 uppercut, and he's trying to come back with power hooks and shoot off, you know, straight right, left hands. What is going to happen during the duration of the fight if those punches that he's throwing like one at a time is not affecting the likes of Errol Spence Jr.? I think Errol is going to dominate the fight because he's going to put more pressure on Bud, and his reaction to it will be to try to fight, but he doesn't fight by moving and trying to calculate. He's going to keep waiting to, you know, land that significant punch to change the fight. And if Errol doesn't give him the opening for that punch to land, I think Errol will not knock him out, but beat him up for 12 rounds. And when we look at the scorecards, they will be wide because they'll see that Errol did a better body of work from round 1 to round 12. My opinion, obviously.
You know what it is, man? When you watch the tape, though, I'll be honest, man. When you watch the tape, it seems like once you hit Bud, he gets angry and then he wants to really hurt you. And I don't see that kind of mean streak in Errol. I mean, to be honest, in some ways, I feel like Errol has regressed. He's not as defensively solid as he once was. I gotta stick with it because I've been with him too long. But I don't know, this Bud Crawford fight, man. This might be.
What happened after Ugas hit him and send him tumbling back into the ropes? What happened when that happened? I saw that EJ smiled.
He spit his mouthpiece out.
Yeah, okay. I'm saying after he cracked him, what happened after that? To my knowledge, EJ jumped right back on Ugas and continued to blast him with punches. So if he was as hurt as he was, spit the mouthpiece out, by the time it got back into his mouth and he started fighting again, the fight was close to complete. Like he just kept putting in the same work onto Ugas. And Ugas is not a slouch.
Ugas ain't a big deal. Ugas is like, remember, Ugas was getting beat up at 140 all the time. We forgot about that?
Ugas also beat Manny Pacquiao.
One Manny Pacquiao, 105 years old when he beat him. I mean,
he was a champion. He took the belt off of somebody else, did he not? Where was he gifted that belt to?
He was gifted that belt, but he ain't gonna. My man not gonna talk about that. That was like an email belt. He fought Abel Ramos for the vacant WBA regular, and he just got elevated because they stripped Pacquiao.
Yeah, but he fought Pacquiao
when they made the
consolidation,
fight.
Though.
Yeah, he fought Pacquiao. No, I give him props for that, and I give him props for this too. He resurrected his career after going 15-4. So you got to give him props on that too. And I thought he beat
Sean Porter.
Yeah, I thought he beat him too. Hey, but with the Spence thing though, going back to that, when has he fought elite southpaw though?
I think he carries an elite southpaw. I wouldn't say that.
Who? You said Bud Crawford not an elite southpaw?
No.
Okay, so we can't give Spence no credit if he beat him, right? Or we give him credit? No.
He get credit for beating a two-time lineal champion, of course.
But he never fought a southpaw like Bud. I don't even think he fought a southpaw in the pros. or maybe early in his career. So that dynamic too is something he gonna have to adjust to. I know he sparred guys and getting ready, but it's still different. You know, Bud got longer arms and stuff. I don't think it's just gonna be a wash and one way traffic. And when we take credit away from these guys from doing, like y'all, my man said, if Bud get hit, he gonna want to sit and trade. But that's what you want. Your mama told you to go get that lick back. You don't come in the house until you get that lick back. Earl does the same thing. Same thing with Kell Brook. Every time Kell Brook got busy on Earl, he didn't give up the play. And I like the point you made about Ugas. Same thing with Danny. Danny knocked his mouthpiece out. He was on Danny's ass after that. So I just think that's why I think it's gonna be an ebb and flow type of fight. Because if both of those guys gonna sit and trade, that's gonna be a problem if Bud not using his legs. Because if he's standing there and letting Earl Spence tee off, going to the body and jabs and all that shit, he's gonna break him down. So that's why I said adjustments, using your legs, you know what I'm saying, moving around the ring, Earl cutting off the ring, being more consistent this fight, you know what I'm saying? Like that's why we want to see it.
Who got the better coach? Who has the better adjustment to change the game plan on the fly? Like, who do you think can adjust to whatever if there's a need for an adjustment, which team do you think can make the better adjustment within the fight?
It would be Bud Crawford. It would be Bud Crawford because you got to remember Bud Crawford can think in the ring.
His last southpaw, not elite. I'm sorry to cut you off, BVO. Was Chris Van Heerden, I believe. Yeah, Chris Van Heerden.
Chris Van Heerden was elite.
I don't know.
At the time, he made his middleweight debut against Van Heerden. That was at 160. Above 154. So, I mean, I don't know about that.
No, you were asking who he fought. I didn't claim he was an elite fighter. I was stating the last southpaw that Errol fought was Chris Van Heerden.
Chris Van Heerden. Yeah. Okay, I got you.
But that boy Boots beat him to death.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say this, man. I don't know if you boxing. We all know about boxing, man, but I'm telling you, man, that dude Bud, man, I got Errol, but man, he just looked different, man. He looked different.
I think both coaches can make adjustments, though. I think both of them. I mean, they both proved that they got top guys. They had to make adjustments in fights. I think it's me both.
I don't think that about Bo Mac. I think that's going to be Errol's problem is where he got to wait to get instruction. Where Bud know how to do stuff in the moment. That's going to be a tough thing to deal with, man.
Because I think now, if we going off of history and experience, I seen in the first Charlo and Harrison fight, you know, Derek James, he was looking like he won't try to make no adjustments, or he couldn't. His guy won't listen to him. Maybe that's just a fighter thing, but he didn't make no adjustments in that fight. Now he came back in the rematch and got it. You know what I'm saying? But then again, that was a tough fight too. This Tony was playing around. Tony was pushing back. Tony made the better adjustments in the second fight than Charlo did. He just was playing around. That's it.
Yeah.
He don't got no gas.
He pushed him back.
That's all that was.
So that's what I'm saying. So if we base it off of that. You can say about the Jamel Herring when Jamel Herring quit. When Jamel Herring quit in that fight against Quindo, you know what I'm saying? But Bo Mac didn't have his best night either. So you can look at that shit different ways, though. It depends on the person.
I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of Bo Mac, man. I feel like him having Terrence Crawford has kind of made him bigger than he really is, man. And I could be wrong. I just from what I've seen, it seems like Bud probably doing. Bud he resurrected career.
He resurrected career though. Derek James haven't resurrected a career yet.
You don't think he resurrected?
We'll see what he does with
No, Jamel Charlo was one fight away from a world title when he got with Derek James. When he fought that guy,
Jamel.
He was already one fight. He was already one fight away from a world title. They had one fight, and then they fought the Jackson kid. You know what I'm saying?
Julian. And remember this.
And Jackson was outboxing Jamel in that fight too, before the knockout.
Has he resurrected? Oh, Jamel Herring, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Bomac did, yeah. At 140.
I could say that about.
Yeah.
And Derek James and Bomac can do shit with Rob Brent. So that's a wash. You know what I'm saying? Derek James took Rob Brent to the World Boxing Super Series, and he got undressed against that German kid. And then Bomac had Brent Janabek stopped him. So I guess that was a fighter thing.
Hey, I get what you're saying, man. It just, I guess I'm just worried, man, because that dude Bud is showing me so many wrinkles to his game. When you watch his fight, man, like it's like I didn't know he could do some of the stuff he's doing. You know what I mean? But it's gonna be a good fight no matter what. It's gonna be a good fight no matter what.
No, it's gonna be a good one for real.
You going to the fight?
Yeah, I'm going. I'm be out there.
Oh shit, BVO, you going?
No.
Yeah, I thought Rob was gonna make a comeback, but now he got washed. Copy. Thank you, fellas, for popping up.
I might go to that Boots fight though.
Yeah, AC. Yeah, I'll probably be there.
That's not too far.
Yeah, tickets go on sale for that Monday.
Yes, sir. I just saw the announcement.
Yep.
Yeah, Boots versus Villa. You got Edwin De Los Santos versus Ardarno, and you also have what's the third one? L-Dub.
Elvis Gomez versus Marquise Taylor.
Yeah. See, L-Dub be on it. I'm trying to get on it. When Boots fighting again, July 8th. Vibes, Mr. Vibes. I got you. Yeah, I hit you.
If you ain't busy, LD, man, we going live tonight, man. I would love to talk to you more, man. You know a lot about your boxing, my brother.
All right, I'll pull up.
Hey, cause I get tired of beating on my buddy undercard, man.
Hey, you ain't beating on me, brother. You just talking all types of nonsense, and I just let you because you're entitled to your opinion, and I get tired of muting you, correcting you. It's like, you know what I mean? I got children at home, bro. I don't need to do it on the internet.
Hey, man, you gotta stop drinking, man. I'm gonna call you T.O. Senior, man. You keep drinking, man. You better stop.
Hey, water to start the morning, my brother. Water. We starting with the water.
I ain't talking about no gin. I'm talking about water that come out the faucet, man. Not no gin.
Yeah, I'm about to get out of here, though, fellas. I'm taking the kids to Hershey Park today. So Philly, y'all be seeing me soon. Guys, have a good one. Salute to you. Thank you so much for pulling up. L-Dub, BVO, Mr. Vibes. Thanks for everyone for pulling up. I'm gonna play the outro. Bless you, bro. Always a pleasure. Nah, TLC. Yeah, I know, bro. He wilding. I know. Hey, listen, they opinions. But I gotta do them like this. I gotta be thinking. Well, the state of boxing is in a great place. Just before I leave, for everyone that popped up from the top, I want to say thank you. It means a lot. I'm gonna try to schedule myself every Saturday from 8 to 9. So hello, Brian Corbett. Salute, my brother. Thank you for pulling up. God's self. Thank you. I knew you was listening in the back. I know you couldn't pop up, but thank you so much. Just wanted to give a little speech before I dip. The state of boxing is in a great place. Fights are being made. Cards are being announced. We have fights all the way up to August. I'm not sure if you guys saw, but you have Lipinets versus his defense of his IBF title coming up. There is so much boxing going on right now. There's things to talk about. There's, the fights are not, the outcome is not in the bag. These are not walkover fights. These are not fights where the outcome is concluded. You don't know what's really going to happen. I want to thank Just Do Boxing, Miss Just Do, BVO Boxing, L-Dub, Marquis, everyone that pulled up, Skywalker Boxing. Like and subscribe to everyone in the YouTube platforms, man. We're trying to grow. We're trying to give you this good information. I'm bringing you guys the undercards and the fights coming up. I salute to everyone. Tap in. I'm going to be posting the 3 fight cards. It's going to be this Saturday. You have bxngtv.com. That's where you can watch a fight card. You have The Zone with Regis versus Donatello. And you have Tim Tszyu versus Ocampo, which will be in the evening time at like 11 o'clock because of the time difference in Australia. You also have Rasim Halim on that card, a guy who's been calling out Cool Boy Steph and trying to make that fight and get a championship at 122. So great fights coming up, great undercard fights. I'm going to be posting in my community post and also on my Twitter. My Twitter is undercard23. Like and subscribe, guys. Thank you so much. Going to play the outro just like how we played the intro. So give me one second. Let me set that up. Undercard Boxing about to be signing out.
From the motherland, word 'em up.
Enjoy your day, family. Absolutely. That's exactly what I'm about to go do. Take the family out, go to Hershey, spend some time together. Undercard and Boxing signing out. Yes, sir, Judah Ben Israel.
Sunday Showcase, made possible by a public service grant from the National Endowment for the Arts and Bristol Myers Company in association with its divisions.
Yeah. All rise, open your eyes, no need to explain. I got a homie from the east and I'ma tell you his name. Never hang around lames, that's a part of his game. And if you show deep respect, he'll show you the same. Jeff Undercard Boxing shook the world when he came. A lot of cats is playing, but his hands are insane. You can get steamrolled if you stand in the way. He a yardie from Flatbush, you cowards his cat puss. We used to feud like Bishop and Q, but he'll fuck you up quick if I give him the cue. From the city of Midwood, the south central part of New York, next to Bensonhurst and Borough Park. If it's a problem, don't even say shit. Just face this when you come across the Bay Bridge. No tolerance for BS or fake kids. Your blood clot crying. Just stop trying. Is Jeff Undercard prepared for the assignment? He bringing the appliance so cowards can't fight it. He might yoke you up if he feels slighted. He's spreading out toxins. It's Undercard Boxing. Yeah. Mad love and respect to my brother, man. From the motherland, word 'em up.
Sunday Showcase, made possible by a public service grant from the National Endowment for the Arts and Bristol Myers Company in association with its divisions.
Yeah. All rise, open your eyes, no need to explain. I got a homie from the east and I'ma tell you his name. Never hang around lames, that's a part of his game. And if you show deep respect, he'll show you the same. Jeff Undercard Boxing shook the world when he came. A lot of cats is playing, but his hands are insane. You can get steamrolled if you stand in the way. He a yardie from Flatbush, you cowards his cat puss. We used to feud like Bishop and Q, but he'll fuck you up quick if I give him the cue. From the city of Midwood, the south central part of New York, next to Bensonhurst and Borough Park. If it's a problem, don't even say shit. Just face this when you come across the Bay Bridge. No tolerance for BS or fake kids. Your blood clot crying. Just stop trying. Is Jeff Undercard prepared for the assignment? He bringing a appliance so cowards can't fight it. He might yoke you up if he feels slighted. He's spreading out toxins. It's undercard boxing. Yeah. Mad love and respect to my brother, man. From the motherland, word him up.
Sunday Showcase, made possible by a public service grant from the National Endowment for the Arts and Bristol Myers Company in association with its divisions.
Yeah. All rise, open your eyes, no need to explain. I got a homie from the east and I'ma tell you his name. Never hang around lames, that's a part of his game. And if you show deep respect, he'll show you the same. Jeff Undercard boxing, shook the world when he came. A lot of cats is playing, but his hands are insane. You can get steamrolled if you stand in the way. He a yardie from Flatbush, you cowards his cat puss. We used to feud like Bishop and Q, but he'll fuck you up quick if I give him the cue. From the city of Midwood, the south central part of New York, next to Bensonhurst and Borough Park. If it's a problem, don't even say shit. Just face this when you come across the Bay Bridge. No tolerance for BS or fake kids. Your blood clot crying. Just stop trying. Is Jeff Undercard prepared for the assignment? He bringing a appliance so cowards can't fight it. He might yoke you up if he feels slighted. He's spreading out toxins. It's undercard boxing. Yeah. Mad love and respect to my brother, man. From the motherland, word him up.
Sunday Showcase, made possible by a public service grant from the National Endowment for the Arts and Bristol Myers Company in association with its divisions.
Yeah. All rise, open your eyes, no need to explain. I got a homie from the east and I'm